Hi, I'm so glad that you joined us today for story time. My name's Miss Kathy, and I have a great story to share with you today. It's a Tractor Mac story. It's called Autumn is Here. It's by Billy Steers. Evenings were getting cooler at Stony Meadow Farm. The colors on the farm changed almost overnight, from greens and blues to a riot of golds and scarlets and rusts. This is my favorite time of year, said Tractor Mac. Sibley agreed. I love the new smells of earth and hay. I brought a fresh load of pumpkins to the farm stand this morning. Fall into autumn, said Sibley with a chuckle. I can't wait to try out my new mounted corn picker this year. It will be a nice change from my old tow-behind harvester, said Tractor Mac. Not everybody was happy with the changes that fall brings. I'm very worried about my little calf, Fergus, mooed Fergie the cow to Tractor Mac. He was just born last spring, so this is his first autumn. Things change so fast here this time of year, and Fergus does not like change, added Margaret. That baby bovine's doomed, I tell you. A calf doesn't like autumn? I never, declared the goat Walter sagely. Oh, pooh, Walter. Fergie is worried enough without you, said Margaret. Change is good, clucked Carla the chicken. Chicks hatch from eggs, tadpoles become frogs, caterpillars will be butterflies. But Fergus did not understand why things had to change. He had a routine that he followed every day. First, Fergus frolicked in the tall grass with his friend Noah, making tunnels and paths. And next, he and Noah played a rousing game of hide and seek among the corn rows. Then Fergus would nap in the shade of the big green oak before supper. But one day, Fergus arrived at the field where he and Noah had played, and the grasses and wildflowers were gone. Too barren, said Fergus. Oh well, there's always the cornfield to play in, said Noah. But the cornfield was gone. Nothing but stubs of stalks remained. Too stubby, said Fergus. We could play a different game, said Noah. But when he turned around, Fergus was gone. Fergus almost ran into Tractor Mac, wearing his corn picker. He was so upset. Too scary, bawled Fergus. Fergus ran to his favorite big oak tree, but its leaves were now amber and brown. He slipped on a pile of acorns that were where he would normally lay in the shade. Too much, wailed Fergus. He needed to find someplace that always remained the same. Change your pace, young calf. You almost bowled me over, shouted Goat Walter. Noah could not find his friend anywhere. He asked Fergie and his Aunt Margaret. He asked Sibley, the horse. He asked Sam the ram. Oh, that crazy mini bull ran away, said Walter, who had been the last one to see Fergus. I have a hunch where he might be, said Tractor Mac. Fergus would want to find some place that doesn't change much. The root cellar was a calm, snug place. The temperature always stayed the same. The lighting and the smells remained constant. It was a dry and cool and quiet place, and Fergus hoped it would never change. Come out so we can talk, Fergus, said Tractor Mac gently. We need to show you some things, said Sibley. It's okay to come outside, Fergus, urged Noah. Tentatively, Fergus poked out his head out of the root cellar. Tractor Mac took Fergus over to the silo. I used the corn picker to bring in the corn. The stalks get put into the silo and the ears of corn go to the corn cribs to feed all the animals through the year, explained Tractor Mac. I like the corn stalks better when they stood in rows, moaned Fergus. The fields are cut for hay to feed us and straw for our bedding, said Sibley. The fields get to rest through the winter, and they'll grow new crops in the spring, added Sam the ram. I think the hay was better when it grew as grass and flowers in the fields, complained Fergus. I know you're unhappy, about the leaves falling off the trees, but the trees aren't dead. They're just getting ready to sleep through the winter, said Sharon the sheep. The leaves help the soil, and the falling nuts and seeds will feed the animals. Some will grow into trees, said Tractor Mac. Fergus thought about the leaves spiraling off the trees and the acorns on the ground as his friends walked him home. Fergie and Margaret were very happy to see him. As the weeks went on, Fergus watched the changes around him. It was so sad when the blossoms fell off the trees in the spring. But look at all the apples in their place now, Fergus said to Noah. Jumping in the leaf piles is a fun game, cheered Noah. Mine is a leaf fort, said Fergus. Who knew you could build an igloo out of hay bales, said Noah. And make a hay bale wall to protect it, Fergus chimed in. Sometimes Fergus still felt sad about autumn, like when his bird friends migrated away. But new friends arrived from the north to overwinter the farm. I'm glad they fill the feeders here, said the little gray and white bird. As fall progressed, children came to visit Fergus and the other animals on Stony Meadow Farm on weekends and school breaks. Then Fergus got to see a lot of his friends at the pumpkin picking festival. Fergus watched the signs of the changing season and marveled at the changing colors. Thank you, Tractor Mac, for showing me that change can be good, said Fergus. I like the change in you, Fergus, said Tractor Mac. Happy autumn. The end. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.